Okay, so one of the pivotal mistakes that most poets make is that they tend to tell you what they feel you want to hear versus what you actually need to hear. So this poem is what somebody needs to hear. I don't know who it is, but somebody in here needs to hear this. So I'm going to say it on behalf of every dude in the room. Why won't she just leave him? Instead of complaining every time he leaves the house and tells her where he's going and she says she doesn't believe him, why is it when he comes home she opens her arms to receive him? And if he told her he didn't want to be in a relationship, why does she do everything she can to retrieve him? Told him he was a stranger in her house. And even told him he was a stranger in her house. And even though she knew who he was when they first started to go out, now when she looks into his eyes, she finds it hard to realize that he's him. Because at this point in the relationship, he won't do anything unless it will please him. And despite his indiscretion, she tells her girlfriend that she would never do anything to displease him or leave him, which leads them to say she's taking her sense of self-pride and committing suicide, or what I like to call relationship treason. Because love is war, nobody's ever been able to play both sides. So I wonder why she won't just leave him. I mean, it's not like she doesn't have a good reason. Her mother always told her, if a man wants something bad enough, he will do whatever he can to get it. Exactly. So if his actions aren't in line with her words, I don't know why she won't just say forget it. But a woman can hear the exact same thing and process it completely different. You see, a woman, when she wants something bad enough, she can take something that isn't and convince herself that it is it. Take a square peg, push it into a round hole, and convince those around her that it fitted. But is she really to blame? Because if these lanes put y'all in that situation again and again, you have no choice but to think that we are all the same. More concerned with the way your hips turn than trying to learn your name is a shame. That now you figure you got to get with any dog and hope he's tame. Otherwise, you end up leaving this world much the same way you came. Alone. And I wish that I could tell you that you're wrong. But you probably have a couple of female friends who already suffered that same fate. So now you've been led to believe to get with the dog with the least amount of fleas before it's too late. But I'm telling you, if you do that, you're only setting yourself up for more complaints. Because you know that dude don't make a good mate. Because he can't relate to the difference between love and affection. Sweet rubs and caressing, a hard-on and an erection. And I know you love him. So you want to try to teach him those lessons. But he says he has no interest in trying to learn because in turn doing so will make him feel less than a man. Completely dismissing the fact that if he did, it would make you feel more like a woman. Simple things like opening a door before you go in, so then you start to rationalize that that's just the way he is, so anything he wants to do, she lets him. Goes to her girlfriends, complains about how much she detests him, but won't leave him. Allowing something to occupy her lifetime when it was only meant for a season. See, when you're holding on to something that doesn't want to be held, when the man that comes along for you that's meant to be, your hands are full and you won't be able to seize him. But believe when I tell you that there are other women out there that seize him so. If you're going to miss out on something that was meant to be, then holding on to something that never was shouldn't be the reason. Rewind. If you're going to miss out on something that was meant to be, then holding on to something that never was shouldn't be the reason. You see, there's a difference between compromise and trying to be complacent. So when faced with a situation, you have to tell the difference between the two, can you? There's a reason that a standard is called a standard. It's because it was never meant to be lowered. I mean, it's like taking 3 steps back and 1 step up and trying to convince yourself that you're still moving forward and I'm just a poise, I'm not trying to be too forward. No, wait a minute, yes I am. Because sometimes you have to raise your voice when the volume of choice is the silence of the lamb's ladies. How do you expect a man to act like he cares when if he looks at you, it seems like you don't give a damn? If you want a man to come at you with a different approach, you have to show him that if he does so, it will garner a different result. Because if the dude that is trying to get to know you gets the same no move as the dude that's only trying to hit, then at the end of the day, who's willing to blame, that is all you end up with. And let's not blame it on quickly. He might be trying to get you to be intimate, because I know every woman has this sense of self-respect, and you want to make a man wait, and that's okay. But let me state that if y'all aren't doing anything differently after the first 3 months than you were doing after the first 3 dates, it's going to take you a whole lot more than 90 days of some good sex to make a man stay. Let's not blame it on how quickly deliberately trying to get you to be intimate because I know every woman has this sense of self-respect and you want to make a man wait, and that's okay. But let me state that if you're not doing anything differently after the first 3 months than you were doing after the first 3 dates, it's going to take you a whole lot more than 90 days and some good sex to make a man stay. It just don't work that way. You see, the same 5 minutes you're deciding whether or not you want to let him dick you down, that dude is deciding once he does if he's even going to stick around. So it's not about me asking you why you won't leave him. You should ask yourself, why am I staying? How do you expect to find the man that was meant for you if your actions aren't in line with what you're praying? And I'm just saying, I didn't write this to ruin your idea of a good relationship. I'm just losing patience with women who say that there are no good men when it's them that are on the complacent tip. Instead of stopping and trying to figure out what might be wrong with you. But you're quick to say that there are no good men by Steve Harvey's book and let him tell you what to do. Think like a man with hands. Yeah, you said that loud, so let me break it down for you. If you don't understand your value, we can't value your wealth. If you're not saying anything of any substance, you are just wasting your breath. It's okay to follow somebody else's footsteps. It's okay to follow somebody else's path, but please take your own steps. And I know in this world y'all can't do it alone, and sometimes you might need help. So it's okay to act like a lady, but baby, just make sure you are thinking for yourself. My name is DICHOTOMY. I appreciate it. Thank you.